This presentation is organized into several sections where we will explore key leadership questions that help us better understand effective leadership in real settings. We will begin by looking at the most important qualities an effective leader should have, followed by a discussion on the importance of trust in leadership and how it impacts relationships, communication, and team success. Next, we will reflect on areas where they would like to improve our own leadership skills, as well as how personal values guide leadership discussions and overall behavior. We'll also explore how leaders handle conflicts or difficult situations within a team and the strategies they use to motivate and inspire employees. Each of these questions connects the real leadership experience and helps us better understand how strong leaders think, act, and grow in both professional and personal environments. For this presentation, we looked at several different leaders who all have very different roles, but share similar leadership approaches. These leaders include Logan, who is an operations superintendent in the United States Air Force, a middle school geography teacher and leadership teacher, an assistant principal named Mr. Guerrero, and Mr. Adams, who is a special education site director. Each of these roles involves leading others in different types of environments, from high-pressure operation settings to more relationship-focused settings, like schools. Even though their responsibilities look very different day to day, they all have the same core purpose, which is leading people and creating a positive and supportive environment. Some of these leaders work in structured and fast-paced environments, while others focus more on building relationships and guiding students and staff. What really stands out is that all of these leaders focus on people, not just tasks. They care about how their team or students feel, how they grow, and how they succeed. They also take time to understand that individuals they are leading, which helps them make better decisions and build strong relationships. Overall, this shows that servant leadership can be applied in many different settings and still has the same impact, which is supporting people while getting the job done. All of these leaders showed several strong qualities that connect to servant leadership. One of the biggest qualities that came up across all the interviews was trust. Logan talked about how if people do not trust you, they will not follow you, which shows how important relationships are in leadership. Mr. Guerrero also emphasized trust by explaining that when leaders build strong connections, people feel more comfortable being open about their struggles and what they need to succeed. Mr. Adams also described trust as foundation of leadership, saying that without it, it's harder to get people to fully support and follow a leader. Along with trust, accountability, and honesty were also important qualities. Logan focused on being accountable for every decision he made, no matter the outcome. Mr. Adams also talked about being honest and transparent so that people understood the reasoning behind decisions. The teacher focused heavily on listening skills, explain that being able to truly hear people helps build strong relationships and understanding. Servant leaders demonstrate key qualities by understanding others' perspectives and needs while building a culture of trust and empowerment. Another important quality seen across all the leaders is a focus on growth and support. Logan empowers his team and avoids micromanaging, while the teacher looks for new ways to connect and improve her leadership. Mr. Guerrero talked about supporting his staff and even working on delegating more so others can grow into leadership roles. Overall, these qualities show that several leadership is connected around trust, communication, accountability, and helping others grow. Servant leadership characteristics often develop naturally in many individuals. When looking at how these leaders actually lead, there are a few key characteristics that stand out across all of them. One of the biggest is communication. Logan mentioned that most conflicts come from miscommunication, so he focuses on opening communication and solving problems directly. The teacher also emphasized communication by making sure everyone feels heard, especially during conflict, because when people feel unheard, it can lead to frustration and more issues. Mr. Guerrero also focuses on communication by keeping an open door environment where staff feel comfortable coming to him. And Mr. Adams shared that even in difficult situations, people often just want to be heard. Another important characteristic is creating a supportive environment. Logan does this by praising his team publicly and giving them the freedom to make decisions, which builds confidence and trust. The teacher supports others by listening to different perspectives and helping people find common grounds. Mr. Guerrero supports his staff by making sure they know he has their back, whether it is something small or something more serious. Mr. Adams also focuses on supporting his team by reminding them to take care of themselves so they can show up better for others. All of these leaders also show a strong effort to understand the people they lead. They take time to listen, consider different perspectives, and make decisions that benefit their team. These actions show that servant leadership is not just about what leaders say, but how they constantly communicate, support, and care for people and today in their everyday actions.
Across all of the leaders that we interviewed, there are several clear values that they all share. One of the biggest is trust. Every leader talked about how important it is to build and maintain trust with the people they lead. Without trust, it becomes much more harder to lead effectively because people may not feel comfortable or supported. Another shared value is honesty and accountability. Logan focused on taking responsibility for his decisions, while Mr. Adams talked about being transparent so people understand why decisions are made. Respect is also a major value that shows up across all of the interviews. Each leader takes time to listen to others and understand their perspective, which shows they value people, not just results. Overall, these shared values show that strong leadership is built on relationships, honesty, and putting people first. All of these leaders also have a strong influence on the people and communities around them. Even though they work in different environments, they all create positive change through how they lead. Logan influences his team by building structure and accountability, which helps his team perform at a high level. In a school setting, Mr. Guerrero and Mr. Adams influence teachers and students by providing support and making sure everyone feels valued. The teacher also impacts her or his students by helping them grow both academically and personally. What stands out is that their influence goes beyond just completing tasks. They are shaping the environment around them and helping others succeed. This shows that leadership is not just about results, but about the impact leaders have on people and the overall culture of their organization. One common feature among all of the leaders is how they build strong relationships or rapport with the people they lead. A big part of this is listening. The teacher emphasized how important it is to really hear people and understand their thoughts and feelings. Mr. Guerrero and Mr. Adams also talked about listening to different perspectives, especially during conflict, so that people feel respected and understood. Another way they build rapport is by taking time to get to know people. These leaders do not treat everyone the same without understanding them first. Instead, they learn what is important to each person and adjust how they lead based on that. This helps create stronger connections and makes people feel more comfortable and valued. Building rapport takes time, but it is a key part of being an effective leader. In addition to building rapport, all of the leaders showed clear ways they cultivate trust within their teams. One major way is through consistency. When leaders act the same way every day and follow through on what they say, people begin to trust them more. Another way is through open communication. Logan focuses on clearing up misunderstandings, while Mr. Guerrero keeps an open door approach so people feel comfortable coming to him. These leaders also build trust by supporting their teams. Mr. Adams, he encourages his team to take care of themselves, and Logan empowers his team to make decisions without micromanaging. These actions show that they believe in their people, which helps build confidence and trust. Overall, trust is built through consistent actions, open communication, and showing genuine support for each other.
One of the biggest takeaways from these interviews is that strong leadership is shaped through challenges and learning from experience. A common lesson across all these leaders is the importance of communication. Logan pointed out that most conflicts come from miscommunication, which taught him to be more open and clear with his team. Mr. Guerrero and Mr. Adams shared similar experiences, showing that when people feel unheard, problems can grow quickly. This highlights how important it is for leaders to listen first before reacting. Another key lesson is learning to balance control and trust. Mr. Guerrero talked about needing to improve his ability to delegate, which shows that leaders cannot do everything on their own. Logan also mentioned wanting to improve transparency in his decision, which reflects the challenges of keeping others informed while still leading effectively. The teachers shared that understanding people takes time and builds those relationships. It's not always easy. In conclusion, the leaders were interviewed demonstrated strong values, servant leadership qualities, and commitment to community and employee well-being. This insight offers valuable guidance for our own leadership journeys. Leaders can create many different opportunities to help build up their staff and encourage them to go after their goals. They can create gatherings so that staff can build relationships that aren't focused on work or what a person does for their job. Another thing that leaders can do is have recognition ceremonies for those staff who have made major improvements or created a more efficient program, such as celebrating their achievements publicly to boost morale and encourage others to strive for excellency. A key part of strong leadership is creating an environment where people can grow, succeed, and find meaning in what they do. All of these leaders show this in different ways. Logan builds confidence by trusting his team to make decisions. The teachers support students both academically and personally. Mr. Guerrero makes sure his staff feels valued and supported, while Mr. Adams encourages his team to take care of themselves. Overall, when leaders focus on people's growth, not just performance, they create strong and more positive environments where individuals can succeed. Thank you for joining us during our presentation.